gentlemen, and welcome once again to What It Takes Radio. And today we're finally back with some interesting ideas. Just a very simple idea, but I think it might be kind of important for all of us today. Could life come down in many ways to simply promises kept? Well, a little bit of our random radio thoughts, maybe a bit of a rant. Here we go. Greetings, my friends. This is Stan Houston once again from the fake studio, but there's a lot of fakey things going on, so I guess that works okay. I've been helping others, and as a result of that, I really haven't been helping myself that much. So we've been off the air for a bit, both for our interesting ideas, our transformation zone, and a few of our other projects, because we've been helping people like you. First of all, just 2 or 3 people just said, Stan, I need help with this, this, and this. And there, as a on-spot business performance coach, we were reaching out to see if we can help them. And then there were a number of podcasts that we also help other people produce. And they are going and growing. And we're glad for that, doing well. They're learning a lot about how to do it. And as a result of that, and the fact that life happens, and you all know what that means. Yeah, we were not able to make sure that we could keep up a regular, keep going schedule. But hopefully on this Tuesday, the 25th of February, we can do that. And that turned out to be rather appropriate. Let me just tell you why briefly, and then that'll be it for today. But I think it's important. The 25th of February, in the old classic book that I have used from time to time, all the time, and it's called Streams in the Desert, and it was written 100 years ago. And it is full of spiritual, emotional, relational counsel about, a lot of us live our lives and sometimes it feels like we're in the middle of a desert. And we're looking for kind of the streams of maybe some cooling life and joy. So that book, and it's been around and perhaps still in print. But I have one of the original copies, which is still hanging around. It's not quite 1925, but it's very close to it. And I read it quite often. And February 25th, this was the subject. It was simply this: promises kept. Wow. And what it pointed out in the meditation that there was this simple statement that God said, I make promises and I keep them. I make promises and I keep them. Well, of course, a lot of us who are in even a spiritual tradition will say, sometimes it seems like the things we asked for, we didn't necessarily get exactly the way we wanted. And we're not even sure they were given to us, even though they weren't exactly what we wanted. We're not sure that it worked right. And then, as one of my old mentors would say, that's when you have to trust. That's when you just simply have to have faith, hope, and trust. And of course, that's certainly easier to say than it is to actually do. But that got me thinking, because I'm dealing with that in my own life. All right, I've made some promises. And in fact, today I contacted a group of people, a small group, and I said, okay, remember, we made a promise to this one woman that we would do something to help her through a certain issue in her life. And we haven't done it yet. Let's do it today. Let's do it today. And I said, I'm going to do it at 2:00. You're welcome to join me. No pressure, no push. It's just, we have to keep our word. And on behalf of me, at least, I can make it happen. And we're going to keep our promise. And I look forward to that. And in the midst of all the stuff that's been going on in my life, that'll make me feel good. And what you are all experiencing, if you're really working at it these days, and I am, you're going to have a great deal of chaos, maybe some turbulence, and difficulty because things are changing and transitioning and being upset that much. On the other hand, if you're careful, that same stuff that is upsetting you is also setting up some new opportunities. My wife was gone to help take care of our grandson on a vacation that they were on, and I was back home doing my stuff and getting a lot of the things ready in terms of house and place and everything else. And I came back and I said, "How did it go?" And she had her challenges too, but I said, "Here's the deal. Uh, we're going to make sure that we're going to fully keep our word, to keep our promises that we have made." And that's the word that we have kept in our own life. I simply will say to you now, I am fortunate enough, thank you to many of you, that we have online a number of opportunities. Uh, Not certainties. Those things don't exist anymore, but opportunities that have emerged from some of the same turbulence that is in life and business for many people. We have opportunities. Those opportunities could, of course, blow up, go away, uh, fall apart. That's true of life and business. But they are there to work on, to work with, to see how we can do all we can. And then with trust and faith and hope uh, on the promises that others may have made and faith may have brought to us, we're going to move forward and keep pressing on. Simply on this Tuesday, um, let's just say, yeah, what are some of the promises that were made to us that we should just trust the process? Trust the process. On the other hand, what are some of the promises that were made to us that we need to go out and see if we can still make sure that perhaps that could still happen? Keep in mind, almost everybody will disappoint us. That's a hard lesson. It's a hard and tough lesson. Um, there will be a lot of disappointments in life. On the other hand, can we become a little bit of the change makers in that we are going to take a look at some of the promises that we have made, uh, things that we have said to others that we're going to take care of that. We're going to look into that. We're going to try and help you with that and see if we can't be, it's an old fashioned word, promise keepers. Donald Trump says he's going to try and keep his promises. Well, we'll see where that goes. Part of the problem is that when you try and keep your promises, sometimes there's all kinds of turbulence and other people who are not necessarily on your side or for you. But that's a good thing. I'm telling people now, all of us need to be, including me, KYW. Keep your word. You know, a lot of the problem in the world is that people just don't do that. On the other hand, see if you can also live in what we call the generosity zone. Make an effort in these times to give things away, to give away, to be generous in who you are and what you do. Your time, talent, treasure. Um, Keep your word, keep your promises. Um, seek the well-being of the promises that were given to you, and then keep your word. That's it for today from the Fake Studio. Uh, Hopefully, I'll be back on track. Interesting ideas, the Jesus entrepreneur experience, how to be a world class Jesus broadcaster. And for many of you who have asked me to help you with this and that, we are in full scale work to keep our promises, to keep our word. I'd love to hear from you. My name is Stan Houston at gmail.com, stanhouston at gmail.com. I look forward to all the best things to come. Yes, this can be a great and good year. Let's see if we can make it so. Bye for now.